Welcome to NAE Sports Weekly, a weekly sports podcast where we talk about all your favorite sports.
This is a podcast where we talk about baseball, football, soccer, basketball, hockey, and F1.
This is our first podcast. We are starting this podcast as a project for 20% time. We hope you enjoy.
On Monday Night Football Week 2, the Bills beat the Dolphins 31-10. And on Sunday Night Football, the 49ers lost to the Vikings 23-17. Seahawks beat the Patriots 23-20. The Giants lost to the Commanders 21-18. The Chargers won against the Panthers 26-3.
The Saints won against the Cowboys 44-19. The Colts lost to the Packers 10-16. The Browns beat the Jaguars 18-13. The Jets beat the Titans 24-17. The Buccaneers beat the Lions 20-16. Raiders beat Ravens 26-23. Cardinals beat Rams 41-10. Chiefs beat the Bengals 26-25.
And the Steelers, they beat the Broncos 13-6. Texans won over the Bears 19-13. And the Falcons win over the Eagles 22-21.
Ethan, what are some key takeaways from week 2?
I think the Bengals versus Chiefs game was a very good game. I really enjoyed watching that one. I was sad that the Chiefs beat the Bengals because I was kind of rooting for them.
The Rams have a serious problem with the injuries right now. They lost Nakua in week 1. Now they've lost Cooper Kupp. Hopefully it gets better in the season.
Yep. Feel bad for the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football because Tua got another concussion, and it was kind of sad to watch.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
It was very sad.
The Niners had a upset. The favorites to win the Super Bowl. Maybe not the game that you want to see. Aaron's mad about that one, but they'll get him next time. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, what are your week 3 predictions?
I think that the Steelers will definitely beat the Chargers on that one.
Yeah.
Vikings versus Texans will be interesting.
I feel like the Rams versus 49ers is going to be a decent game. Going off of last year, the Rams may beat the 49ers by 1 again.
I think the Seahawks is going to win over the Dolphins because the Dolphins don't have their starting QB.
Oh yeah, they don't have Tua. Yeah.
And Seahawks have some pretty good players.
Who you guys got? Lions and Cardinals?
We're running with the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions too.
They have pretty good offense.
Yeah.
And they have some pretty good defense as well.
Cowboys, Ravens.
Oh,
Ravens.
Ravens.
All the
the Cowboys are getting destroyed.
And the Commanders versus Bengals.
I feel like the Bengals will win this one.
Yeah, they played really good against the Chiefs. I think they definitely have a chance.
Bills, Jaguars.
I might say the
Bills.
Bills.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the Astros beat the Angels. It was the final score 3-1. The Astros are now 83-70, leading the division. The Cubs versus Nationals. The Cubs came out on top by 1 run, winning 7-6. Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 5-1. The Phillies lost to the Mets 6-10. Pirates beat the Cardinals 3-2. The Rays beat the Red Sox 2-0. The Yankees had a heartbreaking loss against the Mariners 2-3. The Blue Jays beat the Rangers, the defending World Series champions, 4-0. Braves beat the Reds in a blowout 15-3. The Twins lost to the Guardians 2-3. The Orioles picking up some ground on the division, beating the Giants 5-3. And the Dodgers beat the Marlins 20-4, tying them with the best record in baseball. Yesterday, some history happened in MLB. where Shohei Ohtani went 6 for 6 with 3 home runs, 2 doubles, and a single with 2 stolen bases, making the first 50-50 season in MLB history and the first DH to most likely win MVP. The Dodgers lead the division, the NL West, by 4 games. Their record is 91-62 with 10 games left in the season. The Phillies lead the division by 6 games with the record of 91-62, tied for the best record in baseball. The Miami Brewers lead their division by 10 games, 88, with their record of 88-65. The Yankees lead their division by 4 games with the record of 89-64. The Guardians lead their division by 6.5 games with the record of 89-65. And the Astros lead their division by 5 games with the record of 83-70. Well, we're going to talk about the worst team in baseball right now. We're going to make some history with losses, and we'll talk about the best team in baseball. The White Sox have the record of 36-117 with a win percentage of 200.235. They're 52 games back of the division, 44 games back of the wild card. They have now set the record for most losses in a season. Kind of heartbreaking for their team. Their fans have embraced it though. They want the worst record in baseball. And then the Phillies. The Phillies and the Dodgers are tied for the best teams in baseball right now. The Phillies have a .595% chance of winning their games. They have players like Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Alec Bohm, Bryson Stott, Zach Wheeler. Pitching is phenomenal. They've gone close to World Series 2 years in a row. They're looking for one this year, and they may get it. And the Dodgers, they've struggled this season with injuries. Like they lost Mookie Betts for a couple months with a fractured hand. Then we're missing Freddie for a week or two because of his son getting a disease. They lost Freddie again because he fractured his finger. They lost Clayton Kershaw to a toe injury. Tyler Glasnow, who's shut down for the season now with arm injury. River Ryan, he's now injured with Tommy John. And then Austin Barnes, who fractured his big toe again. For today's games, there's the Rockies and Dodgers at 7:10. The Rockies and Dodgers at 7:10. The Cubs and Nationals at 11:20. Pirates and Reds at 3:40. Blue Jays and Rays at 3:50. Tigers and Orioles at 4:05. Twins and Red Sox at 4:10. Phillies and Mets 4:10. Braves and Marlins 4:10. Mariners and Rangers 5:05. Angels and Astros 5:10. Giants and Royals 5:10. D-backs and Brewers 5:10. Guardians and Cardinals 5:15. White Sox and Padres 6:40. Yankees and Athletics 6:40. What are your thoughts on the MLB season right now?
I don't watch baseball, but nice. I'm just surprised how the White Sox have like over 100 losses.
Every year.
I know you're happy to see the Dodgers winning. No, and Ohtani with his 50 for 50.
Yep. Shohei Ohtani going for the MVP right now with a batting average of .294, 51 home runs, 120 RBIs, an OPS of 1.005. He went 6 for 6 last night, batting in 10, having 10 RBIs. Mookie Betts has been struggling since his injury, but he's been Mookie. He had batting average of 294, 17 home runs, 69 RBIs, and an OPS of 875. Freddie Freeman, he has a batting average of 282, 22 home runs, 88 RBIs, and 861 OPS. They sound like good stats, but this is worst season in MLB. It's crazy to me because these are like top stats right here. That's his worst season in MLB. Is crazy. And then Will Smith, he has a 247 batting average, 19 home runs, 72 RBIs, and an OPS of 758. And yesterday, the Dodgers clinched their division. Not clinched. They clinched a playoff berth. This will be Shohei Ohtani's first time in the playoffs, and they hopefully, with how they beat the Marlins last night, hopefully they could bring that into the playoffs, and hopefully win the World Series. How much time we got?
Okay, for Formula One, the Singapore Grand Prix free practice one started yesterday, or actually today, for the top 5 drivers of the free practice one. Leclerc setting a time, the fastest time, 1 minute 31 seconds around the Singapore circuit. Lando Norris in second with a time of 1:31.8, which is only like 1 millisecond less than Leclerc's. Sainz in third with 1:31.9. Then in fourth, Verstappen with a time of 1:32.0. And finally, big surprise, Tsunoda in the VCAB with 1:32.2, setting the 5th fastest time. For free practice 2, Norris setting the fastest time with McLaren setting a 1:30.7. In second, Leclerc with a 1:30.78. And in third, Sainz with a 1:31.3. Again, surprise, Tsunoda in fourth with 1:31.4, and in fifth, Piastri with a 1:31.4. It looks like it's going to be an interesting race this weekend, and maybe some points for RB, which they really need.
And who do you got winning the whole thing?
Opinion-based Ferrari, but realistically, currently, I think probably McLaren. For the driver standings, we have Max Verstappen in first place with Red Bull Racing, Lando Norris in second place with McLaren Racing, third place Charles Leclerc with Ferrari, fourth place Oscar Piastri with McLaren, and in fifth place Carlos Sainz with Ferrari. In the constructors' title, McLaren in first, Red Bull in second, Ferrari in third, Mercedes in fourth, and Aston Martin in fifth. So, Aaron, you think Lando or Piastri can catch another win this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Who are you rooting for? Who's your favorite McLaren driver?
Probably Lando.
Lando?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So let's talk about NBA. So there's not really anything to talk about in NBA, but there's another signing, Joel Embiid. Him and the 76ers agree to extend his contract worth $193 million. And what are your thoughts on Bronny James and LeBron James playing together in the first game of preseason?
I think it's pretty.
That is the end of today's podcast.
Thank you guys for watching.
Hope you enjoy our first podcast.
See you guys next time. Let's go Dodgers.